Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Together. And this is from Bleecker Street, written and directed by Nicole Beckwith, and is starring Ed Helms and Patty Harrison. And this story tells us about this middle-aged man who wants to have a child, and winds up, the film starts off with him interviewing a potential surrogate mother, and played by Patty Harrison, and this character Anna is very interesting. She doesn't seem like she's like the textbook version of what a surrogate should be. She starts asking Ed Helms' character, Matt, some questions of her own. And right off the bat, you understand this is going to be a very interesting and different kind of relationship. And the film hooks you. And I appreciate that a lot about Beckwith, because this film does a lot of things that are fresh and different and interesting, that avoid some of those very stereotypical kinds of tropes that you might expect from this film. You very well might expect, oh, they're going to get together by the end. But what I appreciate about this film is it really focuses on a different kind of love, a different kind of connection. And it doesn't fall into the confines of the very strict societal expectations we have on relationships and what relationships and friendships are acceptable. And this takes a dive into a unique one, and it's fresh and interesting and engrossing. And I enjoyed the ride very, very much from start to finish. I love this film. It has a great sense of humor about it in a more subtle and nuanced way. It keeps a good sense of drama, that there's actual emotion here, and you get to see that. The chemistry between Harrison and Helms is really impeccable, and the moments they share are great. And as the film goes on, they share quite a few moments with each other, whether it's opening up about who they really want to be or why they're doing the thing that they're doing, and they're very raw and very vulnerable in front of each other, and it makes for great filmmaking and great viewing. And Beckwith really captures their chemistry together very well, and it's a different kind of chemistry than you might expect, because yeah, you like, oh, is this some kind of rom-com? No, there's definitely comedy. And to be honest, one of the main things that I had issue with is that Ed Helms kind of devolves into that obnoxious Ed Helmness. But for the most part of the film, he is pretty reserved, has his emotional and dramatic moments, and gives a really fine performance. And Harrison really delivers in this role. And she has a very specific atmosphere. She brings a very specific atmosphere to the film and has very specific personality that makes her stand out in this film and makes her an interesting and relatable character. And then you have plenty of supporting characters, whether they're his parents. Fred Melamed plays his dad. Always love him. He is a serious man. And you have those kinds of moments. You have Anna's coworker from like the coffee shop that she works at, and you have the technician that who I want to give a special shout out to, which is actress Safif Bradshaw, who's from Veep. She's great. She brings a lot of great moments in this film, getting to see the awkwardness, and this film takes on some interesting perspectives on things, and Ed Helms isn't afraid to portray his character in a potentially unlikable and ignorant way. And there's things that he learns along the way about some of his own insecurities and biases, and it really opens up this film to be a lot more interesting than it could have been. It could have just been a straightforward, silly kind of rom-com, but it does something more nuanced and dynamic. And the strong supporting cast, the great leads, and an exploration of a unique kind of relationship that isn't just based off of romantic love and sex between two adults. I think that's really special, and this film really captures that. And the bond that builds between Harrison and Helms' characters, Anna and Matt, is special. And I really, really was taken back by Together Together. I really love this film, and I highly recommend you go check this out once it reaches theaters and VOD. But those are my thoughts on Together Together. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.